Hello there, this is Uche from Self-Discovery Organization. Merry Christmas to our Ukrainian friends. Happy Sunday to our viewers all over the world. Today I want to talk briefly on a topic: knowledge alone is not enough. Knowledge alone is not enough. A while ago, I posted on this page, I said any man who wants to change the world must first change himself by investing in knowledge. Then Benjamin Franklin said something. He said, if any man empties his purse in his head, no one can take it from him. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Today I've not come to dispute that the fact that knowledge it isn't the predominant thing, what you should go for. But my point today is that knowledge alone is not enough. Now prove it from the Bible. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7, wisdom is the principal thing. In all you're getting, get understanding. Now it's enough for you, it's not just enough for you to acquire knowledge. Beyond acquiring the knowledge, what do you do with this knowledge that you've acquired? Let me give you an example. Now, for instance, that you have a form of pain in your body. And now you have knowledge of the fact that when you take paracetamol or any pain reliever, you'll be relieved of that pain. That's knowledge. That's information. Now, when you understand or comprehend the dosage or the prescription, the amount of drugs you're supposed to take per time and per day to relieve yourself of that pain, that's understanding. But when you go on to take the pills, that's application. So in essence, it's not just about knowledge. You must comprehend that knowledge and move beyond comprehension to application. Now, okay, in modern days, emphasis is being laid on being generous to those who are less favored than we are, service to God, service to humanity, love your neighbor as you love yourself. But why is it that evil and wickedness are still predominant in our world today? And this is because people have knowledge, some of them have understanding, but the wisdom part, the application part is what is lacking. Let me give you a more detailed example. As a medical student, okay, I see doctors, even some of my medical colleagues, smoking and drinking. Now, these people, by the reason of their medical profession and medical career, they are familiar with the respiratory and cardiovascular risk associated with smoking and drinking. But then these people still go on to smoke and drink. And this is because they have knowledge, that's information. They've been able to understand it. They've comprehended, they have assimilated that information, but they are not applying it. They are not applying it. So in essence, they have knowledge, they have understanding, but the application part, which is the wisdom part, that's what is deficient. So which brings me back to my main point. Knowledge alone is not enough. So beyond the knowledge you have, go beyond the knowledge you have to understanding it. And when you understand it, you apply it. That's why the Bible says in that verse, Proverbs 4 verse 7, that wisdom is the principal thing. So in this year 2018, if you want to go beyond what your peers have done, if you want to go beyond what members of your family have done, if you want to go beyond what the society has done, then you have to go for knowledge, understand it, and begin to apply it. See, the Bible says Christ has been made unto us wisdom. So your knowledge of God should not just end in what you've heard, what you've understood, but you should begin to apply it. You should begin to apply it. In this year 2018, start coming alive. Start coming alive. I'll paraphrase what Howard Thurman says. Howard Thurman says what the world needs are people who have come alive. So in 2018, begin to come alive. Move beyond your knowledge. Understand it, comprehend it, and begin to apply it. See, the problem with Africa and Nigerian politicians is because our politicians, they have, some of them, by the reason of their frequent or incessant trips abroad for luxurious and health purposes. Now they've seen knowledge, they've acquired knowledge, they've seen infrastructural development, they've seen sustainable development in the modern world, in the Eastern world, in the European world, in the European society. They've seen this knowledge, they've understood it, but they are not applying it. And that's why Africa and Nigeria is still in a stagnant state. So if you actually want to make a difference in the world today, move beyond knowledge to understanding, and when you've understood, begin to apply, which is the wisdom part. You and I, we've been made co-heirs with God. We are co-creators with God. We are responsible for the changes, the change you want to see. Then you have to start demonstrating it, start applying it. Move beyond the knowledge. What knowledge have you acquired in previous years? What knowledge have you acquired in previously? What are you doing with it? How have you applied it? How has it become relevant in our modern society? And a couple of students win best awards for best students in these different institutions. Now, I'm not against being the best student in whatever field you find yourself. I'm not against being the best wherever you find yourself. But my point is this: beyond being the best student in whatever field, beyond that knowledge you acquire, beyond acquisition of knowledge, beyond the understanding of that knowledge, start applying them. Start applying them. Start applying them. That's what the world needs. The world needs more of application. The world needs more of wisdom. Now, knowledge is just information. Knowledge is just acquisition of information. Anybody can give you any form of knowledge. Anybody can give you any form of information. But move beyond this acquisition of knowledge to understanding. And when you move beyond the understanding and comprehension part, it now leads you to the application part. Application part, which is the wisdom. The Bible says, teach us to number our days, that we might apply our hearts to wisdom. Life has been divided into days, weeks, months, and years for a purpose, for we to number our days and apply our hearts unto wisdom. So in this year 2018, if we want the world to be a better place, let's all endeavor to move beyond the knowledge we've acquired to comprehension. And when we move beyond the comprehension and understanding part, then we begin to apply. That is the wisdom part. The Bible says, through wisdom a city is established. Through wisdom a city is built. Through wisdom a city is built. So if you want to build your immediate family, if you want to build your immediate society, begin to apply wisdom. In this year 2018, begin to apply wisdom. Don't just acquire information alone. Don't just acquire information alone. Don't just study alone, but understand what you've studied, and after understanding it, then move to application. So in essence, I'm not disputing the fact that you shouldn't acquire knowledge. No, any man who wants to change the world must first change himself by investing in knowledge. I'll still maintain that standpoint. But beyond investing in knowledge, understand the knowledge that you've invested in, and after understanding the knowledge you've invested in, then move forward to the application. Move forward to the application. In this year 2018, let every one of us begin to apply the knowledge we've acquired. Not just studying, not just winning trophies, not just winning awards, but beyond those academic accolades, beyond those academic awards they've won. Let it not just end at the point of acquisition of knowledge. Beyond acquisition of knowledge, let us move to the point of understanding, and from the point of understanding, let's begin to apply. Knowledge is knowledge is just acquisition of information, but beyond acquisition of information, let us seek to comprehend, let us seek to understand, and let's begin to apply. That is what the world needs. People that have come alive, people that have begun to apply, people that have begun to discover things in themselves, innovative people that would move beyond hearing, that will move beyond talking and begin to apply. What we need are people that will begin to apply in 2018. So it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter your location, just begin to apply. God bless you.